Namaste, beautiful yogis, and welcome to Saturday of the 15th Annual Yoga Journal Colorado Conference. Today, we bring you a conversation about the relationship between yoga and selfless service. We are so grateful and appreciative to the amazing presenters and teachers who continue to inspire and uplift our global community. A big thanks to Yoga Aid, who this summer, with your help, raised almost $100,000 for yoga charities. Together we can SEVA the world. Namaste.
My name is Sean Korn, and I'm so thrilled that I have the opportunity to introduce today's theme, which is service. And for me, at one point I had to ask myself, now what? Now that I'm happier and healthier and I have fairly decent tools to deal with my stress and conflict, what do I do with this light? Do I keep it contained, or do I offer it out to the world? And my yoga only made sense when I realized that the only way for any kind of true connection was to reach, perhaps when others might withdraw, and to embrace when others might reject, because that is the thing that's going to ultimately disconnect us from this idea of separation and unify us in this understanding that we are one.
Yoga is not yoga unless it is applied to life, and that is karma yoga.
I feel like when we don't have a way to give back, we actually diminish, we feel sad, we kind of start to dissolve, like we're not in the world as much. And so service for me, I think yoga helps us to go inside so deeply, to know what gifts we have, what talents we have, what things that we have to offer. And when we find out what those gifts are, it's just so natural to want to offer those things back and make an offering back to the whole.
I'm really delighted that you are asking me about karma yoga and its relevance in our modern world, and especially in our 21st century. Yoga as path of personal empowerment, that is very wonderful. Yoga as asana, yoga as a pranayama, yoga as bandhas and mudras, yoga as personal meditation, all that's very wonderful. But it is the karma yoga which can really help humanity to keep moving forward.
So we just finished this class that was really about serving the creative force in women that is known as Shakti. So for me, it was really beautiful to see women light up, to soften, to laugh, to see the reflection of themselves through this practice, this female-centered practice that really connected to the organic flow of Shakti within them and how this gets expressed in everyday life. So it was a day of both empowerment and receptivity and nurturing, and for me it was about serving the goddess in all women.
Being of value to the world, being of service. Nobody dies looking back at their life and wishing that they had lived more selfishly. So the beauty of our yoga is that we are teaching others through our example how to be truly of service, of value to humanity.
The conversation today is about service, and what it brings to mind for me is that what we've seen is an ever-expanding intention in the yoga community towards service, and some of the leading teachers in the country spending more and more time and energy on the idea of serving the world at large. And I would say that it's important to acknowledge where this comes from. It really is a sign that of practice and the power of practice. We can't help but be moved to share the best of ourselves and the best of our practice and our hearts and our love. So to do service is really to embody yoga. With that, I hope more and more of us are compelled and feel in our hearts the authentic movement towards service.
Here to talk about service, and I feel like something that's been a blessing is Yoga Journal invites not only Jenny and I, but 10 acro yoga teachers to these festivals so we can help people go upside down and just experience massage in a way that a lot of people haven't experienced. It's really a beautiful gift to be able to share this with people, and so I thank Yoga Journal for letting us be in service.
And if there is any way to ensure that human race continues growing and human race continues working toward its own personal peace, health, wealth, and happiness, it is the Karma Yoga.
Today we were having lots of fun talking about Hanuman and sharing the stories of Hanuman and bringing it into our bodies and our minds and our hearts in the expression of love. And Hanuman is mythologically known as the being in service, the great devotee, the great servant of Ram and Sita. It's a beautiful juncture today because tonight we have Krishnadas here who's about to perform and give an amazing kirtan and concert. And his teacher, his name is Neem Karoli Baba. And Neem Karoli Baba was considered to be an incarnation of Hanuman, of this servant of love. And one of my favorite teachings about service really comes from Neem Karoli Baba. And he says, it's really the path of love and the sublime path of devotion that can melt the hardest heart into the heart of a saint. And so for me, the path of service really boils down to the essence of how we give ourselves in the way of love.